Vibe Nation Tarot. It's your girl Asia, and I'm here to bring you guys a general message. These messages may or may not resonate with everyone watching. Please be aware of any fake pages. I never reach out to anyone for any reason. Thank you guys for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. So guys, I have been on spring break with my daughter this week, so that's why my videos have been kind of delayed, because I've been giving my daughter my undivided attention. But let's see what the collective needs to know. What is the current energy for the collective? Benevolent ancestors, Holy Spirit, universe, and spirit guides. Clear and concise messages for the collective. Any evil eye, dark magic, spell work that is sent to harm me and my collective, may it be returned to sender, Ashe and amen. We got an angel of strength. The temple path. Door to value. Deceit. We also have the garden and the gate. And we have the angel of balance. All right, collective. Somebody here could be 48 years old. Somebody could be 30. I'm seeing the numbers 50, 31. Somebody here could be born on the 25th of a month or the 12th. So it looks as though somebody here is being brave or confidently moving forward in some way. There's a spiritual awakening or a shift in this person's perspective. I see the door to value opening up, but I also see somebody in their energy that is deceitful. So collective, somebody here is leveling up. I see an angel of balance. I see somebody stepping out of their comfort zone. Let's see what's going on here, collective. So like I said, this may or may not resonate with everyone watching. If this message does resonate, I hope you find clarity. I hope you find confirmation in this message. But if this doesn't resonate, it's just not part of your story. Why is the angel of strength here? Why is this angel of strength coming out? The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. The Tower is coming out in the reverse. Scorpio, Aries energy. What is that? The Four of Cups in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, I got success, victory. Okay, so it looks as though somebody here is confidently moving forward. They've no longer invested. They stopped investing in something. There's a Tower in the reverse. Somebody here stopped investing in fear. The Tower in the reverse represents like fear of change or fear of the inevitable. And I got the Four of Cups in the reverse. I feel like the Four of Cups is representing how somebody here could be like, what was I going to say? Like apathy. Or somebody here, you know, not caring anymore. So it looks as though somebody here is no longer investing in fear. That's why this angel of strength is coming out here. What's the temple path? Yeah, it's a victory. There's a victory because this person is no longer investing in fear. Somebody here is no longer fearful that something is going to happen to them. Like, you know how sometimes you could be on edge, you know, for whatever reasons. I feel like this person was afraid of something happening. It almost feels like this person could have been afraid of something happening if they didn't give something to someone. Like, I'm looking at the Four of Cups, and cups represent like giving emotionally, caring, compassion. But this came out in the reverse. So it looks as though somebody is confidently making a decision to stop investing, even though in the past they've been afraid that not investing anymore was going to do something to them. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. What's this temple path? Somebody's perspective has changed. Somebody's perspective has changed. The Four of Pentacles wanted to come out. Peace, everybody. Okay, the Eight of Cups. So somebody here is walking away from unrequited love. It almost feels as though somebody here was in a relationship. They were heavily invested in this. I don't know why they're no longer wanting to invest, but there was fear here that if they didn't give compassion, or if they didn't, I don't know what I'm getting, like give empathy or compassion, that something was going to happen. I don't know why I'm getting that. Somebody here felt threatened, or somebody here felt like they were in an unsafe environment. Anyway, this person's perspective has changed, and I see this person walking away. Whatever this situation is that this person walked away from, there was no love anyway. I see the 8 cups, they're empty. So I also got the Magician, major arcana for Gemini. Somebody here, not only are they walking away from this situation, but I feel like they're taking back their power. They're recognizing that they have control of their own energy. I'm seeing the infinity symbol over the head right there of the Magician. And it just feels like somebody here had, when I tell you they have changed their perspective, they have empowered themselves some way, somehow. What else? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. It's like, I don't know, God gave them clarity, or they're getting some sort of opportunity. You know how they say the expression, there's always a way? Somebody's making a way out of no way. But I feel like, you know, of course, the Most High is involved. The Most High is making a way for somebody. So somebody's perspective has changed. Whoever this person is, they're finding some strength here. They're finding this confidence, this bold energy to stop giving. They could have been giving financially, collective. But I feel like it was almost like this person was pressured, or this person was, I'm hearing the word antagonized. Now, I do have this deceit energy here, so I don't know. Maybe this person felt, it feels like this person felt threatened. So this person could have had money, or they had something, and somebody here felt entitled to. What the heck is going on here? I got daughter value. Daughter value is here. Not only is this person finding the strength and the courage to move forward, they're changing their perspective. They're recognizing that nobody can take away their power. They're empowering themselves, but they're also like discovering their own worth and value. They're discovering their own worth and value. It feels like somebody here, I don't know if this person got involved with a person who was a gold digger, or somebody here wanted them for their money. Because the first card out was the 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles represent finances, or somebody here wanted what this person had. What's this daughter value? The 5 of Swords is here in the reverse. The 5 of Wands is here. So whoever this is that I'm picking up on, somebody here is finding their worth and their value. Somebody here is recognizing that, you know, if it wasn't for the things that they have, this person wouldn't even be in their life. This person wouldn't even be there. It could be energy. It could be energy, Monique. You're right. But whatever this is, I just feel like somebody here is no longer staying involved in conflict. Like there could have been arguments. There could have been somebody here who was, you know, like I said, threatening this person, making this person just feel uncomfortable. Then I got the 5 of Wands here. And the 5 of Wands is giving like, I don't know, it could have been jealousy and envy involved in this too. Because this is like the crabs in a bucket energy. You know, somebody could have been envious of what this person had. They wanted it for themselves, or they wanted to be able to access it whenever they wanted to. And there's envy here. They definitely tried to create unnecessary drama. 5 of Wands is drama. What else is going on here? I feel like, too, somebody wanted to stop somebody from moving or moving forward. Maybe this person had plans to make more money or to create more abundance for themselves, and whoever they were attached to, whoever the hell this person was attached to, didn't want to see them shine, or didn't want to see them, I don't know, fam. This is some wicked stuff I'm picking up on. Yeah, didn't want to see them move forward. I got the Fool. So somebody here literally was creating obstacles so somebody could not leave or move forward. It could still, okay, it could have been happening in the process of still like being in this person's presence. Because I'm picking up that somebody here just stopped investing. Somebody here stopped giving. That didn't necessarily mean that they weren't still like present. Does that make sense? Like if this was a marriage, for example, these two people could have still been in the same household, but somebody here just stopped caring or stopped giving energetically, financially. Something is just awful. It just feels very deceitful, very wicked, whatever this energy is. But I feel like somebody didn't want this person to move on. Somebody definitely didn't want this person to recognize their own worth and value. And somebody did not want this person to move on to anything better. I don't know why I'm getting the Fool energy as a something better. What's this deceit? Because I do have deceit here. So somebody here was trying to use some deceitful tactics in order to keep someone confused or to keep someone stuck. Does that make sense? Like, what's this deceit? Whoa. Wow. I don't know if you saw how that fell out, but I just got the Six of Pentacles. It did a somersault. And it ended up in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse represents somebody here is just definitely one-sided. They only care about their own objective. Somebody here was not trying to ensure that anybody had equality. Somebody here wanted, you know, what they could get for themselves. That makes sense. So look at the deceit. He's got money in his hand. Somebody here could have been doing candle magic. It feels like this person was trying to siphon someone else's energy and resources. And with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, like I said, this was one-sided. It was unbalanced. It was unequal. But they did this on purpose. Like they knew what the hell they was doing. Let's see. Yeah, Nine of Cups in the reverse. Somebody here had an addiction. Now I'm hearing gambling. Somebody here liked to gamble and they was using somebody else's money in order to do that, or to conjoin money of the family. Like say for instance, instead of paying the mortgage, this person would take that money and go to the casino. Or somebody here was digging in a pot of money that was supposed to be for the family or for the household, and they was running off doing other things with it. They could have been running off buying alcohol, drugs. They could have went to the strip club. I don't know. Somebody here was just, they was all about themselves. Somebody here is very superficial, very materialistic. Because the Nine of Cups represents overindulgence. Almost like, yeah, overindulge, addiction. Somebody here wanted to fuel their own addictions, their own vices. And they didn't care if it meant they was going to be putting other people in an uncomfortable position or putting other people out. They didn't care. They didn't care about that. Or they didn't, yeah, I just feel like this person didn't care. So this is what's causing whoever I'm picking up on to take action. Somebody here, with this Angel of Strength, somebody here is finding the confidence and bravery to move away from this. Excuse me. That's what I'm seeing. And instead, okay, so if this person's objective was to manipulate somebody to keep them stuck, it did the complete opposite. It did the complete opposite. I feel like it pushed somebody to step out of their comfort zone, which is the next card I got here. I feel like this is that, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone energy. And even with the Fool, I feel like the Fool represents stepping out of your comfort zone too. So it did the adverse, you know, whatever this person was expecting, they're not getting what they expected. It's actually messing up their plans. It's very methodical and diabolical. And whatever this person is villainous. Somebody here was trying to be you know, somebody here was trying to be so deceptive. And it's so hard because right now I'm trying not to like, I can feel this energy. I don't know if I feel fear, but something like on the inside is kind of shaky. It feels like extreme anxiety, nervousness. It feels like I'm trying to catch my breath. Like somebody here just really was, I don't like this energy, fam. I don't like this energy. Somebody here was just really draining someone. It feels vampire-ish. It feels, just feels really deceptive. This is horror. This is the stuff horror movies are made out of. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, they really thought that they were entitled to taking somebody's life force energy, and they did not care. And that's the part that's haunting. It's like they don't care. That's the truth. That's the truth. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. That's confirmation that whatever this is that I'm picking up on, this shit is diabolical as hell. Okay, so whoever I'm picking up on that found the strength and the courage to stand up for themselves, because I feel like whoever this person is, they're walking away. If they have not already walked away, they're making plans to walk away. And I see this magician energy, and it's like, and nothing's going to stop me. It feels like this person is so empowered. Like somebody's perspective has changed so much. Anyway, I just feel like this person has clarity now. They got clarity. They know exactly what the hell this is or what's going on here. You know, it almost feels like this person, they loved whoever this is. Maybe they did. Maybe, oh my God, now I'm hearing Eve. Love is blind and it'll take over your mind. Y'all ever heard that song by Eve? It's something about love. Love blinded someone. And I feel like whoever this person is, the blindfold is being removed. It's like now this person can see the light, and it's helping this person. In all essence, it's helping this person. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Lorianne. To step out of their comfort zone. Because I feel like whoever this is, they had a good life. This person, and I don't know, it feels like they created it for themselves. Like before they met whoever the hell this is that came into their life and started taking from them, this person had a good life. Because I'm just seeing in the inside of this gate is beauty. So this person had created beauty for themselves. Like they had it going on. They had it going on. And, you know, they may have had peace, but they allowed somebody to come in. And somebody here could be a gardener. Somebody here could have a really lovely garden, especially now that in the spring. Somebody's front yard or backyard is really full of beautiful flowers. Somebody here has a bird, like a bird nest, or somebody here could be using like a hummingbird feeder or something like that. Somebody really enjoys their yard. Either way it goes, I just feel like this is God's way of telling this person that it's time to step outside of their comfort zone. It's time for them to expand. Maybe this person has gotten too comfortable in their own situation. Because on the other side of this gate, I see more room. I see room to expand. So this could be not only a lesson for this person when it comes to blind love, but I also feel like it's helping this person to find their confidence, their worth, their value, and propel them to do even more things that they never expected that they could do. Does that make sense? So this is really turning out to be a good thing for whoever I'm picking up on. What's this garden in the gate? I don't know why I feel like whoever this deceitful person is, they're like the antagonist of the story. You ever read a book and you look for the antagonist? The person that's going to just change everything. You know, you probably wasn't anticipating or expecting somebody to come into your life and change you or shift your perspective like this. But this is exactly what this person's job was. This deceitful person, they came in here thinking, oh, I'm just going to take from this person. They had their own objective, but God was using this person. I feel like God uses any vessel. Sometimes, God will allow certain things to happen, and certain people will do certain things in your life to help you see, or to help you start focusing in a trajectory of your life that you may have never looked at, or you may have never considered, had it not been for this character. It's like an antagonist. This person was supposed to come in and antagonize somebody's life in order to push them. I hope this is making sense. In order to push them into greater. Oh no, like, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at the story. I'm laughing at myself because I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I never know what I'm going to pull when I sit down and pull these cards, fam. So, all right, let's see. What's this Garden in the Gate energy? Okay, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Lovers. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The Lovers. There's something about love. Like, somebody here really did not understand how to love or how to be in a relationship. And I'm not trying to dig on this person. Like, I just feel like something about this situation is really teaching somebody a lot. It's a lot. A lot is coming out in this situation. Not just about how you can't trust any and everybody. Just because, oh my God, now I'm hearing Belle Biv DeVoe. Y'all, I get music sometimes on here. You can't touch a big button. What? You can't trust a big button to smile? Poison. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I am. You can't trust a big button to smile. Okay, anyway, you can't trust the superficial things about people. So somebody here is learning that, because there are really predators. There are really predatory individuals out here in this world that look for certain aspects in people, look for certain characteristics in people. And that's exactly what even when I'm looking at this picture, it just looks like this person is diabolical as hell. And I'm looking at this person as vulnerable, like almost childlike, but so innocent. And just, innocent in the sense of they had everything materially. Like, this could have been somebody who has a really good career. This person went to college. They grew up in a nice home. They went to college. I'm just using this as an example. They grew up in a nice home. They went to college. They did good for themselves. They got a good career. They got a nice home. Like, or they got some great hobbies, or there's just something very wholesome about this person energetically. They had good things in their life, but this person might have been lonely. I just get that there's a vulnerable person and there's a predatory person here. There's an opportunistic energy that got a hold of somebody who just had a really, really good heart and real good intentions. So it just, I don't know. I just feel like, and I hate to say this, but this is what I'm getting. God will use any vessel because this person deserves so much more. But it's like God wanted to switch on this person's personal power so this person can go out here and do even greater things. Like, you've done good for yourself, but do you know that you could do so much more? Like, you are destined for greater. And I just feel like there's something about this romantic situation that is doing the trick. It's really helping somebody to see a lot, not only about other people, but themselves. I hope that's making sense. So this person is literally being pushed out of their comfort zone. They're being pushed out of their comfort zone. And look at all of that expansion. Look at all that room for growth. All that opportunity. So what is this? And I keep seeing victory. I keep seeing victory here at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, I didn't clarify. Because I already got, okay, I got it. Okay, my bad, y'all. I'll be going off in a tangent and I'll be forgetting what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so first of all, I feel like, what is this? The Four of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting purity. Somebody's been saving their purity. Like, what does that mean, Spirit? The Four of Pentacles. Somebody's been saving themselves. They've been saving themselves for the one, or they've been saving something about themselves. Maybe this person has been keeping something locked in. Maybe this person has been purposefully protecting something. And it's, I don't know how to explain this, but it feels like that's the part that God wanted you to let go and be free. Maybe this is somebody here who has been locking away their uniqueness. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. Somebody here, you have this uniqueness about you. And I don't know if it's because of your upbringing, your peers, family, or what, but I feel like somebody's been locking themselves away. Then I get the Nine of Pentacles right beside that in the reverse, and it's highly indicating how somebody here has a lot of self-doubt. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who is very successful. And like I said, I'm picking up on somebody here. You have done so good for yourself. Like when I tell you, you have this wholesome energy about you. Nobody can ever say anything really bad about you because you have just been this great person. You know, as a child, you were a good child. As a teenager, you was a good person. Like there's something so wholesome about somebody. But I also feel like this person holds in a lot of insecurities. And it feels like it's because, I don't know, this person was bullied, or this person was made to, oh my God, I just heard black sheep of the family. Somebody here was made to feel like the black sheep of their family, or feel like they were not good enough. And then I got the Lovers, Gemini energy. So I feel like I'm picking up on somebody here. This is the way that God is chipping away at your insecurities. This is the way that God is pushing you out of your, how do I put this? Like, you can't hold yourself back anymore. That's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Your life purpose or your life path is not to hold your uniqueness in. So anything from your past that has created this, what is this? It's like a boundary. It's a boundary of protection, a wall of protection. Somebody here, you have been protecting yourself. You had to. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You had to protect yourself because something was after you. I don't know if it was your family. Damn, what is this? Because, yeah, I just feel like somebody here was just made to feel so bad about themselves. Somebody here was not allowed to be great. Somebody here was not, like if there was something different about you, people really highlighted those differences in you. If there were, if I don't know, you could have had a lisp, or you could have had, I mean, I'm just getting all these different things. You could have had wild hair. You could have had a weird laugh. I don't know. It's something about you that was just so different, and people just really, they weaponized that about you. And it's like you didn't have any control over it. It's like you could have been really smart. You could have been so smart. You could have been kind of geeky. I don't know. I just feel like I'm picking up on somebody who really built a fortress around themselves because you had to. Now I'm getting emotional. Okay. I went from feeling fearful and anxious to now I'm feeling emotional. You really had to protect yourself because I'm getting somebody here. You could have cried at night, like you cried by yourself, or I don't know. You could have wrote letters. You had a diary. You could have talked to animals. It's like you didn't have no friends, or you didn't have anybody to really understand you. Anyway, fam, I want to move on from this, spirit. There's something about you. God is like, you have got to break free from anything that has oppressed you from your past. Because what you are supposed to be doing, or whatever is part of your life purpose, it's essential that you be 100% your truest, authentic self. That makes sense? So if there is something quirky about you, if there is something weird about you, God is like, you have got to push past that because we need to see that in you. I don't know how to explain that. Like, we need to see your authenticity. We need to see, and we need to experience. Anyway, going back to the story. Going back to the story, I feel like love was that part. Because I feel like whoever I'm picking up on, all you wanted was to be genuinely loved for who you are. But unbeknownst to you, by building this fortress around you, you literally was, how do I want to put this, spirit, sabotaging yourself a little bit. You were limiting yourself. This is not, I'm not trying to be funny because I don't think somebody was aware of this. I don't think somebody was aware of how you were limiting yourself. But at the same time, you wanted to be appreciated. You wanted to be loved genuinely. It's kind of contradictory because it's like, on the one hand, you want to be unconditionally loved, but then on the other hand, you're holding in a lot of who you really are so people don't see all of you, or they don't get to experience all of you. So anyway, I feel like this is God's way of chipping away at your fortress. Chipping away at your fortress. So now I just feel like whoever I'm picking up on, you have really stepped into something. When I tell you, I'm picking up on somebody here who has this, I don't give a F about nobody's opinion, confident. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to put this. Somebody here is, you have found this bravery. You have found this bravery, and it is so undeniable. Like, the way you feel this, essence wise, you feel so confident. And I'm not saying that you don't care. You do care, but you have had it. You are so fed up with trying to force other people to see you, even if the seeing you was only a part of you. Because I'm telling you, I'm talking to somebody here, you were limiting yourself by building your fortress. But you had to build your fortress because people was coming for you. People were attacking you, even your own family. The people that you are supposed to feel confident, you're supposed to feel safe, especially if this was family. God had to chip away at this fortress, fam. This is, you know what I just saw? I just saw I don't know why I'm seeing it, the story of the ugly duckling, but I don't know how that, I mean, I get how that fits, but I don't, anyway, I just feel like somebody here, the way you are coming out as this new being or as this new energy, it's really empowering and so inspiring and so beautiful to see. It does feel like a story of the ugly duckling, because at first the swan who thought they were a duck was ugly. It was gray, it was dull, it was, compared to the other ducklings who were really ducks. They were cute. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what ducklings look like. Like, they're cute. But a baby swan ain't cute. I just feel like somebody here, you are emerging as something so beautiful. Like, your story is beautiful, is amazing. It's my words are not doing this situation justice. I'm trying to express what I'm picking up on, but when I tell you the visions that I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm just seeing somebody here who is just having a glorious, I just heard retribution. What are these words, spirit? Like, somebody here is just somebody's blossoming. Like I said, whoever this person is, I feel like the confidence that you have is amazing in itself. And that's why I keep seeing this victory. At the bottom of my deck, I keep seeing this victory. Somebody here, you are coming out victoriously. And I'm talking to somebody here, you've gone through decades of this, fam, and different variations of that. Could you imagine being a child and your family attacking you, then being an adolescent and your peers attacking you, then being a young adult? It just feel like every step of somebody's life, there was always a new oppressor. There was always an adversary at every turn, every corner. No matter how good of a person I'm picking up on, you are somebody that's so humble and so good. You do everything with the right intentions. But it just, I don't know if this is an entity that followed you. You remember that movie, what's that movie with Denzel Washington, where there was a spirit that was jumping in different people, and everywhere that Denzel went, that spirit would show up in another person. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to say it's that or what, but it just feels like something was following you around to just continually beat you down on a spiritual level. And I just feel like whoever you are coming out on top. Like, when I tell you, you are having this glorious, when I say glorious victory, it's like a glorious victory. What's the name of that movie, fam? Anybody know the name of it? I've referenced this before. A couple of years ago, I referenced this movie. It had Denzel Washington in it, I believe. He was a cop. And there was this entity that was jumping in different people. And no matter where he went, I got to get through this reading because I'm just feeling so much passion for this. But this is what had to happen. Like, everything, the order of events, it had to go like this, because I feel like if it had not gone like this, when you're coming out of this, when your perspective is changing, it wouldn't be so glorious. It wouldn't be so glorious. Like, this is I keep saying this word, but I keep feeling like glorious victory. It's a glorious victory. It's like, when I tell you, like, I'm just picturing God's hand just going like this and just smiting everything, all of those people, all that past stuff, like, something about somebody's past is being swiped. Like, I'm talking about the bad stuff. I'm not talking about the good stuff, not the things that you need to hold on to or keep. I'm talking about all the bad memories. All that shit is being swiped. Like, God is like, enough. It's time for you to have this glorious victory. It's time for you to have balance in your life. I'm seeing this angel of balance. And I don't know why I feel like that somebody here has been waiting for this for lifetimes. I need you to understand how deep this goes, fam. This has been lifetimes coming. Lifetimes. I feel like I'm talking to somebody. Your soul has been in other lifetimes where you never got the glory. What the hell is this reading? What is this reading, spirit? You never got the glory, but you getting it this time. This is deep. This is deep on a spiritual level. Like, somebody here, you, oh my goodness, I'm hearing generational curses. Because when I look at this angel of balance, I'm seeing them pyramids in the background. I just feel like this goes back to other lifetimes, fam. Past lifetimes. But just like there could have been an entity that was following you, I think that's the name of the movie. Is it called Fallen? What's the name of that movie that I was just referencing with Denzel Washington? I think it's called Fallen. Let me find out. Fallen. Is that the name of it? Yep. That's the name of it. Is that the name of it? Hold on, fam. Hold on. Yeah. Fallen. It was 1998. 1998. Yeah. It said, okay, I'm going to read the overview of it. It says, after witnessing the execution of a serial killer, Edgar Reese, whom he arrested, police detective, and this is Denzel Washington, police detective John Hobbs and his partner, Jonesy, who was John Goodman, are soon investigating another murderer whose mode of operation is eerily similar to Reese's. In the course of the investigation, Hobbs meets theology professor Greta Milano, who introduces him to the world of the occult and the possibility that an evil spirit is behind the killings. I'm telling you, you might want to check this movie out. This is a classic. It's a classic. Denzel Washington, Fallen. Anyway, I forgot where the hell I was at in the reading. This is spiritual. This is spiritual. Whatever this is that you're crushing, whatever this is that you're overcoming, I need you to understand how deep this is. This has followed you not just in decades of this lifetime, but in past lifetimes. I need you to understand how powerful you are, first and foremost. I'm talking to somebody here. You are so powerful. When I look at this magician energy and I see that, I don't know if y'all can see that infinity symbol. The infinity symbol represents power, infinite power. And I feel like God is finally giving you the plan, the opportunity to follow, the guidance to get to this infinite power. Anyway, let me see if I can get through this reading. Angel of balance. Why is the angel of balance here? This is deep, fam. Damn, and the card go flying. Hold on, y'all. I'll take this card. Okay, that was the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands represents joy and stability. Joy and stability. How do I want to pick that up? Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is going back over to whoever this deceitful person is showing back up here as the King of Wands in the reverse. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. But whoever this person is, they definitely had an egotistical energy about. This could be that spirit. This could be that spirit of ego and pride. This is an authority. How do I put this? This is somebody who is basically Burger King, have it your way. Like, this is somebody here who their mission is to have it their way, period. No matter who gets in their way, they're going. It's a conqueror. What is this, spirit? Somebody here, I feel like it's the entity, though. It's the entity. It wanted to conquer you. It wanted to conquer you. Yeah, very narcissistic energy. It moved about with this kind of like prideful, egotistical, arrogant, tyrant vibe and behavior. No matter who. Because I'm talking to somebody here. You've been in relationships. Same shit, different people. So I feel like this King of Wands in the reverse is representing an energy, an entity. Anyway, when I looked at Angel of Balance, when I clarified that, I got the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. It's like, and the 4 of Wands could symbolize past lifetime energy too. Anyway, I just feel like within, like the home within, you feeling at home within your own skin type of energy. Something about this wanted to keep you stuck, doubting yourself. You see the blindfold on her eyes, you see the swords, but the reality is this person is not really stuck. They can easily get out of this. I want to show you guys another deck. Where is my, okay, yeah. Let me show you another deck with the 8 of Swords. When I tell you this is all mental, because even in different decks, you know, artists, they design their depiction of what the 8 of Swords looks like. For some of you, you know what the 8 of Swords is. But for those of you who are not really familiar with tarot like that, I just want to show you how this person could have I want to say easily. This person, this was self-imposed. This was self-limiting energy. So hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because I like the way the artist did the 8 of Swords in this particular deck. Because it helps you to kind of get the idea for how you weren't really stuck. So look at this 8 of Swords. You see how the bars are not really fortified? You see the key and the lock? Like there's something about this person. They're not stuck, but in their mind, it seems as though they're trapped or they're stuck. That makes sense? That's what I mean by the 8 of Swords. Something wanted you to be stuck. Never really expressing your true, authentic energy. Maybe this entity didn't want you to heal others. I don't know. You have a very important mission or purpose. So whatever your purpose is, each lifetime, you never got a chance to fulfill your purpose because this entity would always come and stop you from it or prevent you from it. And this entity would do that kind of trickery to where you would sabotage yourself. It wasn't the entity that, you know, you could, I mean, if you didn't know that this was a spiritual battle, you would think that it was you. You would think that it was you each and every lifetime. Because of the way that this energy was so tricky. Mental mind games, manipulation, narcissism. I just get that each lifetime it always won over you, but not this time. This time, now I'm picturing the Wizard of Oz. I'm getting all these different visions, but I'm just picturing the Wizard of Oz. So the town of Oz was controlled by the wizard, right? So all of the people in the town of Oz feared the wizard. But what happened at the end of the movie? They ended up going to the Palace of Oz and they found out that it was some little dude behind a curtain. It's kind of like giving, I don't know. I hope that made sense, but I don't know, fam. I just feel like this time, this is not going forward. I feel like it's now time for whoever I'm picking up on to express yourself fully without no boundaries, no mental confusion. Like whoever I'm reading for, you are not confused about who you are anymore. You know exactly who you are. And it's to the point where not only do you know who you are, but you know that what everybody else has to say about who you are is a lie. You are clear about the lies that have come towards you to label you. That makes sense? Like you, no. Mm-mm. That's over. That's over. Like you can't even believe it anymore. Yeah, somebody here is finally finding rest mentally. Somebody here is finally able to rest. It feels like, I don't know, like a breath of fresh air. Like now I'm hearing Tony Braxton, breathe again. Like somebody here, and I don't even want to say again, you are finally breathing. Like you're able to take in everything with, I don't know how to put this, fam. I hope this is making sense. Because it's like, and look, right underneath that, I got the Empress. And it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. The energy of the Empress is creation, creativity. Something about you limiting yourself limited your creative abilities. It limited your creativity. And I feel like now that you don't give a fuck about nobody's opinions, you know that everybody else was lying. You have broken free of a pattern. You have broken out of your shell. You're having this glorious victory. Now you can creatively express yourself the way that God always intended for you. So again, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. All that matters is that you be your true self and you be happy with that. Like I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You have so much self-acceptance. You didn't need this from nobody. Like you didn't need nobody's approval. You didn't need nobody to tell you now it's time you can accept yourself. You didn't need none of that. I'm talking to somebody here, when I say you have shifted your perspective, you have accepted yourself the way that God always meant for you to accept yourself. And nobody gave that to you. Nobody gave that. If anything, it seemed like everybody wanted to take that from you. And they were successful up until this point. Up until this point, they have been successful at taking away your truth. I'm talking to somebody here. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the past. I'm looking at the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Whoever I'm reading for, you are so grateful. Like, I feel like there's a sense of gratitude that's springing up from within you. You might not even understand it. You might not even be able to, like, fathom where this came from. But I'm talking to somebody here. You just feel so grateful for everything. I'm talking to somebody here. You have so much forgiveness in your heart. Like I feel like you have forgiven. This is the beautiful part of it, fam. This is why this is a glorious victory. This is not just you being triumphant and you breaking generational patterns and past lifetime stuff. This is you doing it and then being able to turn around and say, I forgive you. I forgive every last one of you who have ever come against me. Like it's natural. It's like a natural ability to just say, it is what it is. And you are moving on with nothing, like nothing attaching you to it. Nothing attaching you to the past. And I feel like because you are unattached, now you are able to work. Now you are able to work on the things that are really deep down in your spirit, in your soul, the things that you know God has put in you. I feel like nothing is holding you back. I just feel like this infinity energy, like nothing is holding you back. So if you know anything about the Magician, The magician has all of these elements here. The cups, the swords, the wands, the pentacles, right? And all of these things represent elemental forces within each and every one of us. We all have different variations of it, but you have these elemental forces. The swords. The swords would represent your intelligence, your experiences, your ability to communicate and understand, right? Your intellect. The pentacles will represent your God-given abilities. If you can dance, if you can sing, if you can paint, if you can create, if you can sew, if you can do good with numbers, whatever it is that God has placed in you that you know like the back of your hand, like that's what the pentacle energy is. And you can take that and you can create and make more and build abundance for yourself. The wands, your internal will, the fact that you're passionate about it, the fact that you want to do this, the fact that you get knocked down but you get back up. Like, I just feel like the wands is that passion, that drive. And then you got the cups. And the cups is your intention, your genuine intention, your instincts, your ability to know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I'm supposed to react. This is how I'm supposed to be. You know, and it just feels like you have activated all of these elemental forces within yourself. This is what makes you unstoppable. This is what's creating that confidence within you that's saying, no matter what anybody has ever said about me, no matter what anybody has tried to put on me, label me, project towards me, those lies they've been released from me. Somebody has released themselves from it. And you didn't need nobody's permission. You didn't need nobody's permission to take these things off you. You was just like, done. Done. I don't know how else to explain it, fam. I hope this is making sense. I hope this is making sense. And now that you are free, nothing is holding you. No chains, no bounds, no nothing. Nothing mentally. Like, now you can work. You can take these elemental forces and do something with it. And it's for the greater good. It's for the collective. It's for others. You are such a selfless person. Gee whiz. I just get that whoever I'm reading for, you are such a humble person. Like, people really, and this is why people envy you. This is why they envy you, because they see it. They see it. It's your aura. It's your essence. It's you. That's the part of you that you couldn't put in that that force field. Those walls that you built up. That's the part of you that had to be seen, because this is what makes it even more glorious, the victory even more glorious, because there's nothing nobody can say bad about you. If they do, it's all lies. It don't make no sense. But we're living 222 on the clock. You could be seeing those angel numbers, but in the world that we live in today, right now, as it stands, nothing's making sense. But to you, I feel like you have been so grounded mentally. You know that this makes perfect sense. Yes, whoever I'm reading for, you are in alignment. 222 on the clock. 2 represents the number of alignment. And nobody gave you this. This is what makes this shit so sweet. Nobody gave you this. Nobody gave you this. So while you were enduring, you might have thought that somebody needed to give you this. Somebody needed to give you closure. Somebody needed to apologize to you, or somebody needed to affirm you. No, 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 no. The whole time, you didn't need none of that. You didn't need none of it. Who would have known? Who would have known, collective? None of us was anticipating that this was going to end up this way, but this is how this is ending up. A glorious victory. This is so... I don't even... Like I said, my words are not doing this energy any justice. My words are not doing this energy any justice. When I tell you this is the type of story you watch on movies, and it fills you up emotionally because you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad this person overcame. But there's no amount of words that I can express to you as to how glorious this is, how glorious of a victory this is, fam. Even with this chariot energy that I'm seeing here, the chariot Cancerian energy represents a triumphant success, triumphant moving forward with this power and this force that nobody can stop. Could you imagine a chariot coming at you with 2 horses running at top speed? You better get out the way, because if you don't, you're going to get trampled. That's your energy right now. That's your energy right now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and calm down because I feel this so passionately. I'm excited for whoever this is resonating with. Like, I'm excited for you. Because I think whoever you are, you have no idea what you're getting ready to do. You have no, and here's the beautiful part of it, collective. This is the beautiful part. You ain't got to do nothing but be you. You ain't got to do nothing but be you. Whatever you're getting ready to do is going to be so natural. So now it won't even feel like work. It won't even feel like hardship. I'm getting the word serendipity. Somebody here, serendipity is your energy right now. Like wherever you going, you're going to walk into doors of opportunity. You're going to meet people and they just going to want to give you things. They're going to want to compliment you. They're going to want to, point you in the right direction, give you the information that you need to move forward on this task and that task. Like, I just feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right times for natural progression. And nobody had to tell you to do this. Like, you know what it feels like? It feels like all of this happened in divine timing. Divine timing. This is so nice. It feels so vindicating. This is nice, collective. This is, I can't even begin to tell you how beautiful this energy is. This is so beautiful. On a spiritual level, this is so beautiful. And people are going to have to sit here and watch you. All they can do is watch. They can talk, but like I said, it won't make sense. It won't make sense. Like, how can you attack somebody who is just so humble and so... They ain't never did nothing to nobody. They ain't got, So, expect that jealousy and envy will increase. But what they say, new levels, more devils. Expect that there will be an increase in animosity. Expect that there will be jealousy. There will be more people attacking you. Expect that. Because I feel like as long as you expect it, you'll know how to react. Because whoever I'm reading for, I feel like you have so much control. Like, not only is the magician showing you using your elemental forces in the right way, but I feel like you have control. You have control. So at the end of the day, no matter what people are doing or saying as a result of your change, as a result of your glow up, you get to pick and choose how you're going to react. You get to make the decisions on how you're going to navigate this emotionally. because like I said, you don't need any of these people. You don't need them. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth, fam. And that's what makes this just so, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. So I feel like my advice to you, be ready to embrace this, you know, with open arms. There's nothing that you need to be fearful of. I don't feel like you are, though. I don't know what advice to give you. I really and honestly don't know what advice to give you other than get ready. Get ready for the upgrade. Like, look at that. As soon as I split the deck, it says dreams coming true. What does this getting ready to look like, Spirit? Because I'm talking to an earth angel, a healer. That's why I said it's something so pure about your essence. It's giving like a childlike innocence. And it's so crazy how people was willing to attack you. They seen it. You could literally look like an innocent child. And I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just saying, like, you've always had a youthful, innocent appearance about you. Yet and still, people wanted to attack you. Could you believe it? With people attacking kids and doing stuff to children nowadays like it ain't nothing. So I hate to say this, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. But it's just, all right. I just want to get a couple of cards to see. I never understood it either, Monique. I never understood. But see, that's the essence of you. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand because you're not made of low vibrational, demonic, deceitful, diabolical energy. So of course you wouldn't understand it. But let's see. Why is it so important that my collective know that it's time for them to embrace this energy? Not that my collective doesn't already know this, because I feel like you guys know this, but what do they need to know? What's that? You could spend a lot of time alone. You were forced to embrace isolation. People put you in isolating situations where it was just you. So I get this. I could be talking to somebody here who spent a lot of time in isolation or a lot of time by themselves. And see, that's the thing. Like, people thought that they were isolating you to hurt you, but those were the moments, collective, where your creativeness, you got to spend time observing the world from your own perspective, untainted and undistracted. They were helping you to cultivate your imagination. Yes, they're going to regret messing with a chosen one. Yeah. Because I feel like whoever these people are, they're going to watch you continue to evolve. They're going to watch you continue to open up and express yourself and evolve. Like it shows in the picture with the garden and the gate. You got so much room to expand. You're going to be all up in their face with your energy. I don't know if you're doing something on social media or how, it's just going to be right there in their face. Like, they ain't going to be able to ignore it. They're not going to be able to ignore it. They're going to have to. I feel like that's part of the karmic aspect of it. What goes around comes back around, is that they're going to have to always have you in their face. Even if you're not physically in their face, they're always going to see your greatness. Wow. They're always going to be reminded of your greatness, and they're always going to be reminded of how nasty they treated you. How they can never be your friend, how they can never come back into your life the same way, because they're always going to know that they opposed you and you saw it. And you might have called it out. You probably called some people out before you walked away. Or just you walking away was a call out in itself. These people knew. They knew. that what they did to you was wrong on so many levels. They'll never forget that. That will forever be the glorious victory. This reading. What in the world? I feel like I'm talking to an empath. Yeah, you're highly sensitive. The emotional intelligence that you have. See, this is one of your gifts. Emotional intelligence is a gift. It's not something that everybody had. Let me tell you how I know. When I was in the military, now I'm going to share with you guys. When I was in the military, I was a teacher, right? There was this part of my career where I taught. And my job was mental health. So I'm teaching younger soldiers who are just signing up for the military. They're coming in and they're learning their job. And I'm teaching mental health, which, by the way, is not easy to teach by any means. And one of the things that we would do as instructors is we would have the new students write out a paper basically explaining why you want to be in mental health. Why? And we would sit and read these papers, and fam, when I tell you, everybody is not born with compassion. Everybody's not born with that. Everybody is not born with the automatic sense of having compassion. Some of the reasons that I was seeing in those papers stem from, well, I had a family member that committed suicide, that's why. Or I had, a family member that's schizophrenic and I want to understand schizophrenia, that's why. To papers that would talk about, well, I couldn't be a pilot because I'm colorblind, so that's why. So I figured I'd just be in mental health. And then they would get into the position and they just did not know how to have empathy. Exactly. They didn't know how, to sit and talk to a client, we call them patients, to sit and talk to a patient and a patient is pouring out emotions. And for the person that's documenting them, because that was our job, was to document the what the patient was saying, and to not have compassion for that, you don't need to be in this career field. You don't need to be dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanted to be a pilot. And because you were colorblind, you couldn't be a pilot. So you came over here to, anyway, I just know that there are a lot of people in this world that are not born with that shit. They don't even know how to connect what it means to have compassion. They think that, I heard the term where they just need to drink water, suck it up and drink water and drive on. No, no. What? You'll be surprised, fam. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You were born with the natural ability to have empathy. You just know how to be empathetic to other people's needs. It used to raise red flags to see certain papers and what they were saying. It's like, this one ain't gonna make it. This one ain't gonna, because, well, no. Anyway, I digress. I just wanted to share that with y'all because I thought that was fascinating. Because like I said, coming from my perspective, I just thought everybody just had compassion and empathy. No. Because some of them were made to either you gonna get out the army because you colorblind, you can't do no other job, or you had two options. You either gonna be mental health, behavioral health, or you gonna work in laundry. You can wash clothes. And those were their options. And so when the options are put in front of you, you make a choice, you make a decision because you want to still be in anyway. Fascinating. What else? I got divine protection and intervention. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You've always been protected. God has always stepped in and intervened for you on your behalf. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. There's been some times, collective, where you've been like, I should not be here. That outcome should not have been my outcome, but it was. Because see, it was never about that. It was never about that expected outcome, but it was always about God's outcome. God had wanted you to see something. God wanted you to experience something. But it was never meant for you to fail. It was never meant for you to be gone. That makes sense? And it always was in perfect timing. It always right on time. Not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. Wow. Not only, remember I told you I was picking up on the word serendipity. Serendipity, being in the right place at the right time for a miracle. You're getting ready to see a lot more miracles. You're not going to be accustomed to this. This is going to feel different, collective. This is why, is this why, Spirit, you want me to bring this reading to the collective so they can be prepared? Mentally, I need you to also prepare yourself to receive miracles, because that's something that you're not used to. You're not used to that, collective. But when these miracles start happening, God wants you to go ahead and accept it. Go ahead and have your celebration, give God the glory, or do whatever it is that you do, but get ready to accept it. Because I feel like I'm picking up on somebody here. Your life is really getting ready to change for the better. And it's going to seem so weird, so different. I said glorious victory. Glorious victory, fam. Yeah. Whoever you are, you could be somebody here. Your psychic abilities are heightening. Something about you, your natural abilities are heightening. It's time. It's time for, when I say I'm talking to somebody here, you are so unique. See, this is why people attacked you, because you're not like them. People attack what's not like them. You stand out. You're an enigma. So because you got these, think about it. Think about it, collective. When you were a kid, you probably saw this. The bullies attacking the weaker ones in the classroom, or the ones that were a little different. That's what I mean by the enigma. The bullies would attack the weaker one. Why would they always attack the weaker ones? Or why would they always attack the weird ones? Because that weirdness, that uniqueness is your power. I know that sounds weird, but it is. And this is what I mean about you. There's something so unique about you, but that's your power. That's your superpower. And that's why people attack you. If you didn't do certain things, or you couldn't do certain things that other people did, you were made fun of. You were attacked. This is where I'm getting the term black sheep of the family. That's why. Because you were not the story of the ugly duckling. The other ducks, they laughed at, or even Rudolph the Red-Nosed. There's so many different stories we could think of where this theme of being different set you apart and made you the target for attacks. Yeah. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You have always just had otherworldly knowledge. You just knew. You probably knew when certain things was going to happen. You probably would tell people certain things. You probably had very vivid dreams. You probably would tell people, listen, I had this dream. You need to do X, Y, and Z, because if you don't, this is going to happen. And people just look at you like, you're weird. You know? That's getting ready to strengthen. That's getting ready. If it has not already, that is getting ready to strengthen. And I feel like this is not a call for you to run away from that. This is a call for you to embrace that even more. Embrace that uniqueness about you. Because I feel like you were always supposed to have these sensitive powers about you. You were always meant to have you. If not you, then who? If not you, then who? The diabolical ones? The ones who set out to take from other people? The ones who are predatory? No, you. The one who's humble. The one who moves with the intention of love. Yes, God gave you these gifts. Yes. Because he always knew that you would never pervert them. You would never take these gifts and use them for, evil. You would never do that. So these powers, these gifts that you have, they're getting ready to enhance. They're getting ready to enhance. So get ready for that, fam. You're not getting away from that part. That is your gift. And I feel like God wants you to start creating with it. It's time for you to become creative with your gifts. Because I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. Either you've been made to hide from them, run away from them, be afraid of them, whatever. They were given to you for a reason. So, yeah. Well, collective, I feel like I pretty much have done my due diligence. What God wanted me to bring this message. I didn't know this was going to come out, but I am so thankful that this message did come out. I hope this message brought you clarity and confirmation, because that was my intention. Because I feel like you already knew this. I'm just here to confirm it. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You already knew this. So there's your confirmation. Celebrate. Celebrate yourself. Give gratitude. Give thanks. Take that deep cleansing breath. Do whatever it is that you need to do, fam. Whatever God puts on your heart to embrace and accept this new aspect of your life. This glorious victory that you're getting ready to experience. Just embrace it. And yeah, that's the message. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. But yeah, with that being said, collective, I want you guys to be safe. I expect to, or anticipate, bringing you more messages like this. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Congratulations. You deserve it. You deserve it. You've been through a lot. So my pleasure. All right, fam. Y'all take care.